But in the My Hero world, Endeavor is always conscious. Like, I have to limit the damage I do. If he was in this world and could just let go, you don't think he'd be up there?
My counter is he overheats. That right there kills him.
That's fair.
Like if that is taken away, yeah, for sure. He's up there. He can go toe to toe. But for the fact that he overheats, if he carries that to the Fire Force world, he's like below. Like niggas is like, I don't even have that issue, bro. You overheating, nigga? What?
We must pay homage to him.
So this topic is we're gonna throw out some of our favorite fire users or popular fire users in anime that we think could survive or dominate in the world of Fire Force. Where if you don't know about the Fire Force world, it is full of a bunch of people with fire-based powers that go anywhere from like weak as shit to moving at the speed of light and time traveling. So who do we got out there? What names we want to throw out there that we think could hang with the Fire Force niggas?
Natsu Dragdown.
The power of friendship. The power of friendship.
I mean, but honestly, the nigga can eat fire though, so
that's not even that.
Easily the best firefighter out there.
The nigga has beaten people whose fire should arguably have whooped his fire. Like he beat a God Slayer with fire powers or whatever, who I guess supposed to have some heavenly god fire. He's beating a nigga with Dragon Slayer fire magic. Like he can take various types and he eats lightning, so I can't argue with that one.
True. I mean, oh no, go ahead, P5.
You good, bro?
No, I mean, I was actually gonna rattle them off since I think we touched on it real quick, but first to agree with Gramps with Natsu, pretty much for like the power of friendship alone, to be honest. And then I think we said Fuegoleon and Merleona. I think those two would be able to survive. As far as to how much they would thrive is a little bit of a question mark, but as far as to be like pretty up there, they should be at a bare minimum Merleona. Simply because I think the biggest issue we're gonna have when like however many characters we feel like rattling off this list is that the big thing that Fire Force has is not just big firepower, but the fact that they have hands. Yep. And if a fire user that we list don't have hands, I don't think they're really going to be up there at all in Fire Force, because it's all about using the fire to pretty much give you better hands, if we're being real. So you kind of need that as a basis if you feel like doing anything. And Fuegoleon and Merleona, they just about that life. So I see them doing pretty well.
Hear me out. I kind of have something to say against that. I think that Fire Force users, so when we say like, which people would do well in there, I'm assuming we saying who could do well enough to have some position or title of note, right? Mm-hmm. Because you could just be a simple firebender and technically make it in the world. But if you want to be somebody that the show is following, like you probably need destructive power along with hands. And that is where I draw the line at Fuegoleon. All we know about this nigga is speculative. You feel me? I think when we talk about Merleona, Merleona, I think she might just make it to almost captain level, because like what Merleona did to that demon, I think is the base amount you need to be able to take on a demon level Infernal in Fire Force. Like if you're not producing a nuclear blast worth of firepower, you're not fighting no demon level by yourself. Like your power has to be enough to power an entire city. You know what I'm saying?
Are you referring to like that Infernal they fought in the first season at Benimaru's joint?
Yeah.
Or stronger than that?
I can't remember if it's demon class. They say it specifically. Usually the demon class Infernals, if it can talk, it's demon class. If it got like big horns, it looks like it's special. It's probably demon class. And like you literally can't take it out unless you match it Amaterasu's power, which is effectively a nuclear power station. So like unless you can produce a fire enough that can wipe out a whole city, you're not messing with none of the captains effectively. Because I think at least the top tier of captains can solo a demon. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say Mary Leona just makes it. I think she could probably pump that out. I believe in my heart of hearts Fuegoleon could do it, but we ain't seen that nigga.
Seen it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So effectively, he really would just be like, "Oh, that's a cold, Fire Force dude over there. That's Fuegoleon. We know about him, but
even though we haven't seen it, we can assume based off the Salamander choosing him that he's stronger than Mary Leona.
Tough, because the Salamander chose that elf chick, and Mary Leona would have dropped her ass because she was out there. Mary Leona was out in the world, and she would have bodied that bitch head to toe. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think the Salamander was like, "Yo, Mary Leona, I'm good."
I agree, but I think that also depends on if Salamander would technically count as Fuegoleon. I feel like if it does, though, you could still argue that just out of firepower alone, though. But firepower don't sleep, so.
I think that Salamander does not choose who it chooses based on your ability, because it chose that little girl, and Mary Leona was stronger than her at that time. I think it's about that loved by mana thing, which there is no way to quantify. Either the narrator of the story fuck with you when you love by mana, or you not, until they give us some way to quantify that.
Or gives you a wink.
Is clothing. If give you the okay, you can have one.
Yeah. Hey, get him.
If I had to put a fire user in here, I think Ace.
Really?
I have not seen his upper limit, but I do know One Piece upper limit, and I know that he is considered good in One Piece. He did get snaked by the OG Triple OG. You feel me? But I think he would be like a high captain level, but I would think he's somebody you respect.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to toss out Akainu. I was already in the One Piece realm. I felt like his fight versus Aokiji split the temperature of an entire island, drastically changed it. Half of it is ice, and the other half of it is like fucking magma or some shit, I thought.
It's on fire.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So at that point, I think he at least has the scale to make him of note. I don't know if that put him at captain class or not, but that magma stuff I also feel is a unique power in the Fire Force world as well. Mm-hmm. So I think that will also give him an edge. Just that, not only the feats, but his magma ability. I think the way that they write shit in Fire Force, I can see that being finessed into more than what it is in One Piece right now, which is just magma.
I agree. Niggas that can use magma, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a magma bender like Bolin. I think they would do good, just because, like you said, based on the way Fire Force powers work, I only see a few people being able to stop magma. They probably be like, "Yo,
that's hot.
This dude earthbender."
You know what I'm saying? Bro. I ain't know it's that hot. Son.
Yeah, there is a few people that I think would be some solid niche picks. I think Natsu. I haven't seen his power. I don't know if he has the power to be up there with some of them dudes, but I definitely, the ability to eat fire makes him a niche pick. We definitely bring Natsu with us. No,
I think Natsu has evidence of it, at least scale wise, because at this point, wherever we're at, they've, even in their continuation series, they are fighting dragons. So they've technically beaten dragons who I guess are at least continent level, I want to say.
Okay, then that's fair. That's what I say. You
sorry, not continent level, but
country,
massive city, country, maybe big city level for sure.
If you at that, you're solid. You made it.
Yeah.
What about my boy Endeavor, the shittiest hero in the world?
Y'all for sure. He's out there politicking with Shinra or whatever the fuck, Arthur and them. He's not on their level, but he is their level.
But this is what I want
in my mind.
Every time we've seen him, right? So if you're going off Endeavor, you're going off what you've seen of him. But I'll argue this: in the Fire Force world, them niggas have zero restraint, and we can see that through Benny Maru. Benny Maru will gladly fuck your whole city up and be like, "I killed the nigga, didn't I?" You know what I'm saying? But in the My Hero world, Endeavor is always conscious. I have to limit the damage I do. If he was in this world and could just let go, you don't think he'd be up there?
My counter is he overheats. That right there kills him.
That's fair.
If that is taken away, yeah, for sure. He's up there. He can go toe to toe. But for the fact that he overheats, if he carries that to the Fire Force world, he's like below. Like niggas is like, I don't even have that issue, bro. You overheating, nigga? What?
That's why Shoto is a better bet in that world than him.
Big
Okay, you put
facts.
Shoto?
Shoto would be fair.
I just don't think Shoto fire get hot enough.
But
that nigga barely cooking with grease.
But that's the thing, though.
Captain
Even
with
if the
the
nigga
trumpet.
decided to use his ice, that nigga probably would be able to extinguish anybody that's trying to use fire or whatever.
They got niggas that can do ice powers. He wouldn't be unique in that world.
Captain with the trumpet though was unique. I fucked with him. That's why I would see it potentially working. Is that temperature
He's like
regulation?
the Asta of that world, for real.
The trumpet,
the dude
homie?
with the trumpet, he's really like the Asta of that world.
Big facts.
I'm not better than you, but you're fine.
Yeah. Shit ain't left, homie.
I got another one that niggas probably wouldn't really think about much, but technically he does use fire in a sense. The nigga Escanor. Because the nigga can create a mini sun at the end of his blade.
Power. It's not even, he gets his power from the sun. You could argue that is some fire finesse.
So it kind of makes you wonder, like, if he gets hotter, would that make him even stronger? That's the question.
Honestly sound like a Fire Force power. Like, I would give it to him. Like, if somebody in Fire Force was like, yo, as the sun get higher, I get stronger, I can see that power. I've seen 100%. Way weirder in Fire Force. Yeah. Right. I say he's in, and I say he's a top tier character.
Oh, it gotta be a captain. Gotta be a captain because he's on his way up throughout the day.
Can he body Benny Maru? I don't know.
At noon? At high noon?
At high noon? No.
He's one poking niggas. High noon, bro.
You said high noon, he dropping them? No
he's one poking niggas at high noon, bro.
Everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Benny Maru could survive until high noon is over.
For sure. Well,
that's all he got to do.
Over. I feel like he could take him out before he gets to high noon, potentially. But once that nigga's at high noon, I don't know. This is why I put it for Escanor, for Pride. Like, I don't know how far or if you watched any episodes of Seven Deadly Sins, but I'll just say this. At one point, the main character was gone. And the main character at that point of the show, I think most people watching it, was carrying the team. So then the biggest bads that fucked him up the first time show up for a war. This is the moment, like, we were like, oh, the heroes are definitely going to get bodied. Pride single-handedly turned the tables on these niggas, bro.
All these niggas.
Yeah, without it being high noon, mind you.
That's true.
High noon came later. Once he got to high noon, he bodied the main character. That's just some shit I ain't never experienced in anime before. I got to put respect on his name.
I don't know. Like, the only thing that could argue is that I would still say Benny Maru got better hands, technically, as far as, like, martial arts go, like, with the actual power and speed. So that's the only way I could see it, simply because of who Pride is as a character. That is the only reason why I can see him losing. Just gonna be like, oh yeah, Benny Maru. Oh, you not Pride, so you're not gonna smoke me. Like, that mindset alone can get him smoked. But
I worry, and I feel like a lot of my hype on Benny Maru is a speculation, because it's like, you see this nigga go crazy, but then you also got to remember the whole time he is a third and second generation fire user, and 9 times out of 10 he's actually just using one power. Like he can turn off fires too, and we just never see him turn off fires. He's just like, nah, I'm gonna beat your fire with more fire. He really out here Shoto and niggas like, I'm bodying the world, but I haven't used my other power set yet. So that's what made me stop and be like, what else can he do? And I got a question about this Escanor dude. If you black out the sun, like you cover it, cover it with smoke, does that affect him?
I think he created one. There was
on
no
the end
sun,
of his sword. Of his spear, he creates a little sun.
And Benny Maru could turn that off with his canceling power that he never uses. Hear me out. But if he decided to use it, he could cancel that out. Black out the sun with a bunch of smoke and body this nigga head to toe.
That might be a great follow-up discussion for sure. But I can concede your argument that Benny Maru would win more times than Escanor based off of what you said.
Yeah.
He's definitely captain class in the Fire Force world.
For sure.
Go ahead, make that a versus for the week. We're gonna see.
Benny Maru versus Escanor under Fire Force rule mechanics.
Because like the only thing is that if Pride is getting off even one hit, you could argue that's a one-hit KO or death.
Absolutely.
Maru.
I think he hit that nigga once, he dead.
Yeah. So, but Benimaru got hands. So I mean, that's why it's tough. I don't know.
Yeah. Any other fire users to toss out?
I'm definitely not putting any Avatar niggas in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fair.
Fire.
Yeah. And I don't think they could react fast enough. Speed wise, I don't know if I've seen that.
Fire Force is fast, man.
There's a show that I used to watch that I is kind of small. I don't really think people watched it. What the fucking name was it? It was about these magic users, and they had a specific element, and then the main character's element was wind, but he was from a clan of fire users, which was like weird, or he was like the last wind user out there because they all got killed. And I know that sounds like Avatar.
They sure do.
but it was an anime version of Avatar in magic instead of bending. And then like they had like this fire clan, which was like they head was this girl who made this fire sword. She was really strong. I keep wanting to say Tsubasa Chronicle, but I know for a fact that's not it because I know what Tsubasa Chronicle is. I have to remember the name of this anime, but it's an anime out there with a decent fire user. Just can't think of the name right now.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think that the black fire that the Uchihas use would be able to rock niggas? Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just say let's say Itachi. Itachi in this world only able to use fire jutsus and fire based jutsu.
A big ass fireball and a fire that can't be put out.
I'm just speaking purely on Amaterasu though, because I already know the rest of that shit is trash.
I mean, I think that them niggas physically could compare. I think they actually probably physically stronger. Naruto ninjas are physically stronger than Fire Force niggas. So I think physically he would compare to the world, or any Naruto nigga that can use Amaterasu would compare to the world.
Yeah.
Amaterasu, it would body a lot of low-level niggas. I don't see it bodying any captain because most captains could probably raise their internal temperature and just be like, well, I'm on fire. I'll just keep this up for 7 days until this shit go out. You know what I'm saying? Because like most of these, or like the higher end captains are producing nuclear level temperatures. I think they could sit in a Amaterasu and chill until that shit go out.
Yeah. I would feel like his defining attributes in the Fire Force world is going to be his Itachi-ness and not his fire powers, if that makes sense. Like, if he receives any, like, just based off the power on any ninja, rank-wise, definitely could be a regular soldier in the thing. I could see Itachi holding a little bit more rank, but only because he's Itachi. Like, he found a way to finesse that power enough to where he got notoriety for his ability to use it, but not necessarily because of the power, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think he might just knock more niggas out with his hands than fire. They fire get a little ridiculous in that show.
I mean, just like the captain of the main character, right? Definitely can't remember niggas' names.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's
right. Because the nigga definitely doesn't use fire at all.
At all. He used them things.
But
they actually decent.
They could do a Habana finesse, maybe, and allow him to season some Genjutsu in there, because they kind of gave her, it's not really Genjutsu, but like, you know, her power kind of affects her. Yeah. So potentially he could keep that
I did just Google just out of curiosity to make sure, but they did list as far as fire users go in anime, Gen Ryusai from Bleach. Ooh, and like low key, I think that's a good option.
Can y'all hear?
I can't.
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay. Yeah, you good. But no, as far as like Yamamoto from Bleach, yeah. As far as him banging in Fire Force, easy.
100. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Oh, now you got Echo.
Yep.
Ooh. Roy Mustang, no chance.
Nah. Like, nah.
Let me look. I don't even watch Dude from Blue Exorcist. Somebody else had to talk about that one.
Nah, I was
Hiei makes it.
I think that nigga like, how much might be number one captain. I mean, like he went in the tourney, sure, but it's like, well, I mean, if you really count him as the fire user, sure. I mean, like he ain't about that life. I mean,
shoot fire out.
wow. I mean, yeah, but I mean, okay, since he combined with the dragon, okay, like fair, fine. Like he pretty much is the dragon of the darkness flame, right? Okay, fair.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I just wouldn't see him as. I don't know why. I just don't see him as a fire user. I mean,
He spent the majority of the show not using fire. I could see that being a solid reason.
if anything, I see him more as a swordsman, if we're being real. But anyways, but I mean, yeah, as far as like the physical prowess of Hiei, oh yeah. No, he would do mad work.
You know who I think would actually do a solid job in the fire world, and I don't even know if this nigga fire is real. Sword homie from Mugen Train, Demon Slayer.
Flame
I
Hashira.
don't. Yeah, I don't even know if his fire is real. Not sure
I
on that
mean,
yet.
it's supposed to not be
Yeah, I
what
thought
I
it was
thought.
all illusions.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
just it's a fire technique. You
well,
know, but I mean, it's
let's
like the
put my
same thing
boy up
as like
there.
mantis style or monkey style. You know, you're not a monkey or mantis, but
I'm gonna put him up there just for the respect. I think with a speed, power, and fake fire, he could at least be a solid member of the team that niggas could rely to kill Infernals. He wouldn't be killing demon Infernals, but
Yeah.
I like that guy. Too bad he had to go and get the ace treatment.